Good morning, everybody. It's me, Ria, just hopping on for a Gaia's Guidance message today, a collective Gaia's Guidance. All images from Mother Earth. Our hearts are one with Mother Earth, and all of these messages are simply to bring something into our awareness, something that we need to either release, accept, love, integrate in order to become more aligned to our own heart frequency, our own divine frequency imprint, our own vibration, which is nothing less than the God source energy within us, our highest guidance. Hey, good morning, Laura. Good to see you. So before I pull us all a Gaia's Guidance, I figured that we would just do a quick breath in, because these cards, these oracles, Heart, Mother Earth Heart oracles, are to align us to our own heart energy. And this image here is the cross breath, the visual, well, let me just explain it real quick. Then we'll go out and just take a breath in. But this is the visual of our spiritual self coming to have the human experience. And as we breathe in, we are bringing together the physical world with the our spiritual self, our physical vessel merged with our spiritual self for that experience on earth, for that 3D experience. So when we bring it to the center, our portal of our heart, that is the center. That is the crosshair. That is the portal to all dimensions and all time where we access all knowledge. So when we breathe in, we're simply illuminating, allowing that light that we are, allowing our true nature to come forth. And then when we exhale, we are actually releasing. We have activated through the in-breath all that we are, connected to our highest frequency. And when we exhale, we actually are releasing that to be realized, to be experienced in our 3D journey. That's why we came. The spiritual came for the actual sensory, physical experience of discovering, realizing, and expanding our true nature, which is pure love and light. As we experience in the human form, it gives us that ability to go within, to connect with our power, to see it in action, to see it through experience on our journey. All right, guys, so I figure we'll just take a quick breath in. The sun is that visual. It's always that visual representation, like everything in the outside world is a visual of the energy that we are. The sun is representative of that energy of our heart, of that light, of that love, of that constant awareness that we are, that constant observer, the I am that I am. Life-giving, joy, abundance, permeating, illuminating. And what we bring awareness to, that is what grows. We're already all of that, all of the love and light, just that we just need to come into that state of allowance, being receptive to who we are, allowing it to illuminate from within, guys. Just like Mother Earth is that physical embodiment of our physical body. You can see anything in Gaia, anything in Mother Earth. You can see the physical representation, like the trees and the roots, and the oceans representing emotions, the roots representing our veins, the tree representing that spiritual and physical conduit between the heavens and the earth. All right, guys, so we'll just take a nice deep breath in, and this brings us to the moment of now. All we ever have is the now. The breath is the prana. We are the breath. We become the activator. We activate through our awareness, our consciousness, our beliefs. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, guys, and just focus on that heart space. Feel your energy. Feel the essence of who you are. Feel the energy moving, culminating, expanding, tingling. And exhale. When you exhale, you've just released all of that awareness to be realized, to be manifested. All right, guys. Oops, sorry. So we'll just bring a message from Gaia And any of you guys tuning in, you guys are actually reflecting this message in a way that it's personal to you. Even though they might seem general, it'll come to you. Gaia will speak through you exactly how it pertains to you on a personal level. Good morning, Abilita, Mamacita. Good morning, Samaj. All right, so I'm just doing a collective Gaia guidance. What do we need to hear in order to bring awareness? Oops. What do we need to bring our awareness to in order to align more fully to our heart, to allow, to be receptive? This is the one sticking to my fingers. We get this a lot on the spiritual path. It's honoring thyself, guys, honoring your heart. It's the card of self-acceptance, self-love. And when you don't honor what's in your heart, when you don't accept what you're feeling, when you don't allow whatever it is within you to come forth without judgment, you'll feel dried up. You'll feel like a dehydrated piece of dirt that's been run over. And it's not because anyone is doing anything to you on the outside. It is because you are allowing it as a projection to something you are denying within yourself. This is just saying, bring that attention to the heart. Oh, hold on a minute. You guys, you want to say hi really quick, handsome? Say good morning and send some love and light to everybody. You're heavy. Say good morning. Oh, you want to show him real quick? Yeah, he was working on some school stuff. School's out, but we just kind of keep at it a little bit so that he doesn't lose what he knows. What, honey?
Look over it.
I know. What word is that? Tell them.
Good.
There's got to be a message here. Life is good. You are good. God is good. And G-E-T. Get with the program, guys. Get in alignment, right?
Yeah, I miss you.
All right, let me finish the message. All right, guys. So this is just telling us to get into alignment, to focus on that heart, to allow... You want to pick those up? Allow the goodness that you are to flow without judgment. And that means even like sadness or when you're feeling doubt or questioning yourself. That is not something to repress. It's to simply allow all without judgment. What I'm really realizing lately is, like, say if I get really, really sad or I'm starting to feel like I'm in victim mode, if I just allow those feelings to come forth without judgment, like I step back and I observe and say, yes, I'm feeling this sadness. I'm feeling this because of this or that, and just allow it. As you allow it and not fight it or argue the feelings that come forth, then they can just kind of dissolve. They can dissipate, and then through your allowance, which is a high frequency, it's high frequency, love and light. This is all allowance without judgment, because essentially everything is made of love and light at its source. It is our filters that might make it a little foggy and contaminated. But when you just allow, this is a high frequency. So as you allow self-judgment to come forth, as you allow those little residual feelings of unworthiness to come forth and just observe it with your just in your awareness and allow the experience, then the light can permeate that and shed light on it. Because whenever I allow that and don't get stuck in that and don't judge it and just cry or whatever I'm feeling or say, oh geez, I'm crow man, and I just allow it, then I do feel better. Then the light does come forth, and then I usually get some clarity and insight by not fighting it, not judging it, not by trying to point on the outside and say, well, this happened and that person did that, or son of a bee, that whole coronavirus has really screwed up my life. Any of those kind of things, that's all victimhood. That's not empowering. So when you actually allow all states of being to flow without judgment, that is empowering, because that's what you came to experience. That's what you came to transform, transmute, transcend through the light and love that you are, guys. Just allow it all without judgment. So yeah, that message is coming through really, really strong. Even though you might have feel run over by your past, by relationships, by situations, by yourself, by Oh my God. So yesterday I went into a little victim mode where I said, oh my God, I am so mad at myself. I allowed my power to be taken away. So I really went into that mode when I gave up my business, when I became a full-time mother, and I was really falling into that victim mode of, oh, I shouldn't have gave away my power. I shouldn't have surrendered to my heart. And I know it wasn't true at a deeper level, but I allowed those feelings to come forth. And then I felt a greater clarity and sense of empowerment afterwards. So even where we are blaming ourselves for not claiming our power, by allowing the feelings of victim or allowing those feelings to come forth, you're actually empowering yourself, is what they're saying. There is no disempowerment through allowing. It's all about allowing, guys, because you came here for that experience. That spiritual vessel came to experience the, oh, I'm just a human, I'm a victim to this world, but they came for the experience of allowing and discovering that power by stepping into it. Not by fighting yourself or fighting others, but sitting back and even just watching the drama play out before you, knowing, oh, this is just playing out. These are residual, these are energies culminative from eons just being played out. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for them. So I think that's what this card is really bringing to the forefront today, just being thankful. And as you allow the feelings, that is emotion represented by water. If you take this little dried up heart, put it in a bucket of water, it's going to plump back up. It's going to feel the fullness. It's going to be filled, plump, essence oozing. It's not going to feel dried up. So this is a card to allow all, guys. It's all a blessing. And I know when we're in that mode, it doesn't feel like a blessing, but allow it and don't judge it and say, I picked this for a reason. Even the human mind doesn't need to understand. Just say, I'm going through this for the greater illumination of self. And then that's what you infuse in it. Yep, you got to say your life is not based on a virus. Yeah. Oh my God, it's so funny. So yesterday somebody came over and we're selling furniture and stuff, and they're like, oh, I didn't know how you were going to be with the coronavirus. And I'm like, I don't believe in the coronavirus. It has no power over me. I shake people's hands. I give them a hug. I just tell them that. I don't allow that to have power over me. All right, guys. Hey, Tatiana, thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, Deborah. So spiritual. The breathing in and out takes in positivity, and breathing out lets out negativity. Absolutely. It releases that which you don't need to be transmuted into the light, and it releases, more importantly, that light that you are to be realized in physical experiences on earth. You know not who you are until you actually experience it. We can read a book and theoretically understand stuff in theory, but till you actually go through it in an experiential physical level, it's hard to conceive some things. If you guys don't mind sharing out, I really, really appreciate it. All right, you guys. I'm just gonna pick a couple people just to give a GAIA'S guidance to, guys. Just comment. If you share out, just say, hey, shared, and I'm gonna give you guys a GAIA'S guidance. Hey, Angel. Angel, I'll pull you a card. I haven't seen you for a little bit. I'm going to pull you a specific card, sending you love and light, praying for your son. But know that your son has picked this journey. He's picked this journey, Angel. This came out, the whole self-love and acceptance. So I'm going to pick you another one. We just got the message on that. And obviously this is a collective reading, so it is going to pertain to everyone watching this, whether it be now or later, because there really is no time. There's only frequency. And with frequency, you get the message when you're supposed to get it, because there really is no linear time. I could do a message a year, 3 years ago, and if it pops into my awareness, there's something to be gained now because of the frequency that it is offering, the frequency that it is reflecting. They're saying, yeah, they want to mention that there's no linear time. There's only frequency. So just say, thank you, Father, for this experience my son is going through. I realize from a human perception it's difficult, but I know the greater power is working through. I know this is happening for his and all involves greatest illumination, greatest good, greatest expansion through that human experience. It's just like when it's dark, you don't know the light until the light is piercing through the darkness. If it was always light, you wouldn't understand the beauty of it, the experience of it. Because we are in human form, there is always the polarities, and they're merged together for a reason, for that expansion. You got to know the dark to feel and to experience the light. The light needs to see the dark to experience itself. So think of it this way, Angel. Your son needs to experience the dark in order to experience the light that he is, to realize his power. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Suzanne, the Bozy. Thank you, guys. Okay, so I got Angel that I'm doing now, Suzanne, and Deborah. And then I'm going to step out Mythosis into ice cream. So what he does is every time he knows I'm on a live, guys, he will get into such mischief. Such mischief. Take a peek. So he's sitting on the table in there, and he's got his ice cream. He'll go in the pantry, and he will literally get into stuff he knows he's not supposed to be eating or doing, okay? But I'll let him be. All right. All right, Angel, what I got for you is this one. I like this one. It's like a little bird's nest, all nice and comfy. This is a heart-shaped little opening. It's a space in that nest. But it's also representative of your son, because what does a nest represent? Why does a bird have a nest? To lay its eggs, to nurture it, to sit on them. When they're hatched, they bring them food, but eventually that bird needs to fly away on its own. Even the heart in the middle looks like a little bird facing that way. There's the little beak. There's the tail. It's just sitting, looking out, looking out. So, Angel, what they're saying is, oh my God, you've been a beautiful, nurturing, caring, supportive mother to the extreme. There comes a time where your little bird needs to take its flight. It needs to have its own experience. Yes, you still support it. Yes, you still send it love. But you got to trust in the journey of your babies, of your children, of yourself, The back of the card, and it's funny, I just talked about energy and frequencies and how there's no linear time. Everything is a frequency resonance. And it's entitled Shifting Energy. As the energy in your life shifts, you may experience an emptiness. That also can look like the empty nest syndrome. Like, oh my God, I've put all my focus on my kids, and what am I going to focus on now? You may experience an emptiness or sense of loss. Embrace this state, for it allows space for new creation. New creation. I was going to mention creation too. I'm feeling that there is energy and openings and alignments happening within your sacral chakra, the orange center, which is creation, which is birthing, which is intimate connection to self, which is giving life. You've given life, Angel, and you just got to trust in that life, trust in that process and the continuation of it. The greatest creations manifest from a place of emptiness. So when you're feeling empty, or you're feeling a lack of control that causes us to feel empty, it takes away our anchor, it takes away that security blanket. It makes us feel like, oh my God, I'm at a loss. What do? I just want to coddle my baby. But it's just saying that emptiness is actually for you to gain a greater security, to gain a greater connection with self. Ultimately, it all comes down to connecting with self. You're to gain that connection with the light within you. And as you do that, that permeates throughout everybody else in your life. But breathe in, focus on orange. Actually bring focus to your sacral, Angel. Breathe life into it and imagine that orange culminating and expanding and clearing any energies in there you're hanging on to that are preventing new life. You are a beautiful angel. Breathe life into you so new creations can come. Allow. I know it's hard to separate and not attach and not want to take care of your babies, and we all love, but it's what it is. It's a call for it's a time for you to gain a greater faith, belief, and trust in the power of God, power of you, the power of your son. The same God that you're praying to is the same God that is working within your son. is what, and now I'm getting a little, the thing, the message is the same God that you pray for, that all the love that you give out, that is the very love that's actually working out, ironically, in the circumstances he is experiencing for his greater journey, for his greater expansion of self. That's a good message for all of us. All right. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so beautiful. I miss your energy when you're not here, because you're here for a reason, and we're reflections of one another, and this infuses me. You guys' love and light infuse me, because there is no space between us. It's all frequency. And when you guys come here, we're merging frequency. When any two or more are gathered, that energy expansiates, and that's what we're doing to each other, guys. That's so beautiful. All right, Deborah and then Suzanne. So this is for Deborah. Deborah's sharp, and congratulations on your new beginnings, Deborah. I watched your posts, and how exciting. You're creating your own new nest, your new place, your new apartment, your new dishes, and it's so beautiful. Again, unbelievable. This is the collective card. This too, self-love, pertains to you also. I'm going to put it to the side. Very strong message. And allowing all states of being without judgment, because what it is to be, oh my God, if we just allow, just imagine if everyone accepted and allowed all, we would move through the shifts of frequency. When you're not allowing, it creates resistance, which means you're not trusting in life, the process, you're not allowing the God source to illuminate, so we're kind of containing it. But if we just accept one another and love one another and trust that we're all going through what we are going through for this, then it allows those stickier situations to move through us and expand quicker. It's through allowing that we allow, and surrendering, that we allow those energies to move through us quicker. This is one on the top. It's just saying it's this one. A nice solid rock within, I think it's on the, I don't know. I think it might be in the woods. I might have been doing some trail running. Beautiful. The light is shining on it. What stands out is that scar there. You've had your heartache. You've had your pain, Deborah. But you're all the stronger for it. You've got a greater connection to your divinity for it. And because you're so connected with your divinity, that's why you're such a beautiful teacher. That's why you're such a beautiful illuminator of God's source energy, because you've illuminated it within yourself, Deborah. And when you comment and you share and you help and you guide and you aid others, it's because you're connecting to that same divinity within them through a certain energy frequency that you've had to go through. So you're acting as literally that way shower, that trailblazer, that illuminator. So you're very solid and strong. And look at all these other little rocks. You're like their light, Deborah. Your heartache, your pain, your things that you've gone through, oh my God, it has brought you to the greatest strength, the greatest light, the greatest of wisdom. And that's why we came in the physical, because we're like, why the hell do we got to go through all that shit if that's who we are anyways? We came for the experience. We wanted to know thyself. And to know thyself is to know God, because there's no separation. The actual message, Deborah, you know you're on the right path when all you need to be is yourself 100%. When you're yourself 100%, you've just plumped up this heart of yours that has been felt repressed, denied, not loved, not nurtured, not honored, not respected. When you can just be yourself and accept it, which also goes with all states of allowance, all feelings, all of it, from the lowest of the pit to the highest of the sky. So it feels right. It feels expansive when you're in a situation where you're allowing yourself and not repression. It does feel right. You're just expressing. Even when you're crying, there's a certain inner peace about it, because you're allowing yourself 100%. For when you are in alignment with your higher self, it always feels natural and right. Imagine what it would feel like to be in this state 24/7, which eventually we will be. We are transforming into light beings. Mythos, that's enough. Put it back. But you know what? That takes away the journey, guys. It takes away the journey. We came here for a moment in time to experience this, so embrace it. Love it. Because we got this for eternity, guys. Son of a bee. All right, Suzanne, yes. Yes, you have given it all to God. So beautiful. All right, Suzanne, you are next. The Bosie. Thank you for sharing out, guys. All right, guys, I do personal readings. I'm coming on just to pop on with just a few. My son's getting into mischief. But you can get personal readings if you go to services under Temple of the Sun. I do Power of 3, where I give you the whole mind, body, spirit overview. Put the rest away, please. Thank you, you little sneak. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. And sometimes I'll do lives where I'm just doing donations of $5 a card. I'll create a special event just to offer these, just to give you guys a little insight. So what you got, Suzanne, is this one. You've allowed, and you're gone through the releasing. You are allowing it to take you to truer, more unfiltered states of divinity. The thing about human is we get really attached because we are living the physical experience. And what happens is we create out of love, but then life shifts, things progress, things change. So things that were very dear to our heart are calling for a release, calling for a letting go. And we might get really attached saying, well, I was so in love with this or that or the other thing or this experience and I don't want to let it go. But that's part of the human experience. Everything is transient. Everything changes. And part of the letting go is necessary. These are all crystallized, it's snow, it's crystallized water, which means you've had the physical experience of the heart. You've had the experience, you've learned from it, you have extracted as much as you can from certain situations, Suzanne, and now it's time to kind of let them go, and that's okay, because then that creates space for greater illumination, expansion, and beautiful experiences, guys. Because I extremely attached and anchored into Maine, but now I'm in Florida, and I had to let go of that whole experience, extremely emotionally, I'll say traumatic from the human 3D, but knowing, it's allowing new life to come forth. And that's telling me kind of what you're undergoing. And when you can surrender and trust in that and allow it to go without attachment, and it's not even the thing that you're attached to. Like say it's a home. We're just going to say it's a home. You've put so much emotional energy into something. It creates this anchor and attachment. It served its purpose. It's time to let it go so that that energy, that experience stays with you. But the physical is an illusion anyways. So it's time for you to let go of the physical, which is so hard because it's what we see. It's what we feel and experience as a 3D. But you're being called to release that and surrender to it. But what ultimately it's going to do is bring you to a peacefuler place. Look at the smile, the eyes. That's the nose, the chin that's facing this way. And there's a fullness, there's an illumination of God mind and God allowance and new beginnings and new ideas. So I do feel, and I'm feeling it in the heart right now as I speak, almost like wanting to cry. So there are some things I think, situations or circumstances or even ways of being within yourself, something within yourself that it was dear to you and you put a lot of emotional energy into it. And maybe you've already gone through this and it's just affirmation, but you've learned the lesson from it. You've extracted the highest frequency of it. It has fulfilled its purpose. That's why it's white, because it's purified, it's divine, and now it's time to continue that journey, continue that experience, continue those new physical experiences, new journeys, new paths. And it's going to bring peace. Because, I even grabbed some of my stuff from Maine. And when I look at it, it still gives me that little knife. Like, I loved it so much. Why is it being taken from me? To allow higher experiences and frequency. So if you fulfilled that highest of frequency, so pretty much if you just stay where you're at, it's going to be stagnant. You want to expand. We came for the expansion. We came for the illumination, guys. Yeah, I can feel the tears, Suzanne. I feel it. I just but it's all part of the human journey. And that's why you guys, and I know a couple of you guys requested cards, but know that there's a message here for you because that's why you tuned in at exactly this moment. So it's also a message for you because we're all connected. We're all reflecting aspects. We're all collected in this platform for this message because we are resonating at a certain frequency, that self-love, self-acceptance. And so there is a message there for you. But, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So you have fulfilled this frequency, and it's time for you to keep expanding that. It's served. It's beautiful. There's more for you, and just to allow and surrender to it. All right, guys. So Rhonda going through this. Yeah. So many people will say to me, oh my God, it's as if you are speaking personally to me. Because you know why, guys? I am speaking personally to you because you are the God creator. You are manifesting your outside hologram, your outside reflection projection. So you have manifested me with this message. So it's still all you guys. You wanted this message. You wanted to feel this frequency. You wanted to have this brought into your awareness, to get into alignment to your own heart energy. And when you do that, zoop, you clear automatically. You align, you purify, you clear all your chakras, all of them, because the heart is the center. It is your God self. And when you tune into that, which is the highest of frequencies, any lower vibrations, frequencies, and imbalances cannot they cannot match that high frequency, so they have to leave you. So when you focus and take that breath in, that cross breath, you have just merged with the highest frequency available to you in the here and now. So all else has to be healed. Healing is not changing something. It's simply aligning to the truth of who you are, guys. A healing is an alignment to your God self and nothing else. That's how miracles happen. That's how things shift instantly. It's not that you changed it. You simply changed your frequency, which immediately is reflecting a new life, a new world, a new existence, a new physical body. Beautiful messages, guys. Oneness. Yeah. Yeah, we're all one in that connected love and light. That's all there is, guys. That's the only truth. So hopefully, hey Lisa, beautiful soul sister. Hopefully you guys that requested got something out of this reading. I'm going to set up an event to do some Gaia guidances, guys. And if you guys are interested in your own oracle deck, I always fail to mention this because I'm so immersed in the moment. But you guys can actually purchase these on Temple of the Sun under About. So if you go to Temple of the Sun and hit About, it'll tell you a few different like physical things that I sell. Services will give you a place to get readings or spiritual guidance coaching or just some illumination of something you're going through. But these are 100 different hearts that I see out in Mother Earth. None of them are like, say, that perfectness, because we judge ourselves, guys. It comes back to that self-judgment. We are perfect in our imperfections. So whatever heartache, whatever experiences, whatever tragedies or suffering or illusions we create for ourselves, that is the perfect scenario for us. These all represent, like all of these have been taken like when I'm running or crying or blood, sweat, and tears, or it's sleeting, or I'm boiling, or I'm in the highest of high, I always go out and I ask for the highest of truth. What is the truth of this? I always try to extract the love out of everything. So I'm giving these messages. It's like I enter a portal. And then all of a sudden I get these, and I'm like, I was annoyed initially because they slowed down my run, and I'm like, no, they're there for a reason. It's too miraculous to ignore. So then I started taking pictures with my iPhone of all these hearts. But our hearts, like I always say, are one with Gaia, are one with Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is that perfect embodiment of alignment, self-generating, self-healing, abundance, everything working in symbiosis and the unity and oneness of all, just like us, guys. So all of these messages are to bring us to that alignment, to bring us to our own healing, rejuvenation, illumination, self-sustaining. But in the same token, affecting the whole. It's just also beautiful. So yeah, so there's 100 little images and 100 messages, and they're oracles. They're just energies brought forth. And every time I pick a card, it's unbelievable. I'll see an image, or I'll see a face, or I'll see something that pops out that I've never seen before. So not only that, they literally morph. They morph to the energy you need to hear. So enough with that. But thank you guys for joining in. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for being your light. Thank you for being warriors. You guys are warriors, master light blasters, master teachers, because you wanted this. You wanted this. You're like, hell yeah, I'm up for this. So thank you guys. Let me see if I get a quick shot of the sun. Isn't it beautiful out here, guys? All right, guys. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.